Hello everyone, welcome back for yet another Star Trek Starships Collection review. Now, you see in front of you, issue number 56, the Saber class, seen in Star Trek First Contact, Deep Space Nine, and in the background in a couple of episodes of Voyager. So, as usual, the magazine and the model here, so we'll put that aside, off to the side. And there's the magazine. Very neat image of the ship on the cover. Very, very cool. It just shows Saber class. It is considered a light cruiser launched in the 24th century. It is 223 meters long and it has a maximum speed of warp 9.7. Turn the page, and as usual in the magazine, you get a table of contents and how to mount the model to the stand that's included. And here's the specification page with a nice image of the bow of the ship. Again, it's a light cruiser in the 24th century, 223 meters long, with a crew of only 40. Top speed, warp 9.7. And Type 10 phaser emitters and photon torpedo launchers, or quantum torpedo launchers, depending on, I guess, the ship. And a really cool image of the ship there. I actually like that a lot. Of course, you'll notice there that it says the USS Jaeger, named after the famous Chuck Yeager. And it's also the model, I guess the model in the ship that you see in front of you is the first Saber class that we've seen. So this is not just a generic Saber class, this is actually the first one that we've seen. So you got a nice image of that with some text, as well as you can kind of look at this picture and see it in the background in various Starfleet, excuse me, in various fleets from Deep Space Nine. I think that's from Favor the Bold or Sacrifice of Angels in the beginning, and they're kind of in there if you look hard enough. So you turn the page there, and some more great CGI renderings and imagery. And some screen caps from the episodes, and I think that's from The Changing Face of Evil, because I remember that. That's the Destruction of the Defiant episode. And of course, the famous Battle of Sector 001 from First Contact, and the Battle of Chintaka from Tears of the Prophets and Deep Space Nine. Nice image there, and some rather unseen views that we've never got to see on the show, so it's nice to have that in the magazine at least. And the diagram centerfold page showing you where the components are on the ship, as well as a little cameo by the Utopia Panacea Fleet Yards in orbit of Mars. Hopefully that will come to pass someday. And the designing of the Saber class, which is pretty cool. With some conceptual artwork and more text. And a section on the Borg Queen, which to me wasn't all that interesting, I guess. I guess it's all a matter of opinion of what you think or what you like to read. This is something that's been explained and re-explained quite a few times. And I guess this is what I would call a magazine filler, because I guess they don't really have much else about the ship to really pile into the single magazine. But some nice conceptual artwork that you can kind of see the thought process in the production of the film. Interestingly enough, this design was later used in one of the comic books called what was it called? Well, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's an IDW series. I think it's called Assimilation or something like that. And you can kind of see that in there. So that's kind of cool. More conceptual artwork. Weird. That's a weird design. I don't know how they could have pulled that one off. And more text about that. And more imagery and text. And the on-screen appearance page. Of course, its major and first debut was in Star Trek First Contact in one of the opening scenes of the film. It's been in several episodes of DS9, especially during the Dominion War. And I think it's been in a couple of episodes of Voyager. I think especially the last episode when a fleet encountered or was ordered to engage the Borg sphere at the end. And next up, looks like the Romulan Bird of Prey from the original series. So that'll be cool. Another Romulan ship for the collection. So, capping the magazine off, you have an image of the top of the ship on the back. So there's the magazine, and let's get to the model itself. There it is in the box. It looks great. Awesome. Usual box, of course. And there it is. Pretty awesome. You know, I just don't get it. Eaglemoss does a fantastic job of, you know, making the models of the non-hero ships. And as great as all the Federation starships like this one are, I'm surprised this level of detail was not on, like, say, maybe the Enterprise C or, you know, or Voyager or one of the other ones. But look at that. That is great. Got some nice paneling there, nice paint applications. Got your Starfleet pendants. You got your registry numbers up to yin yang right there. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3, and just a short distance from each other. Starfleet pendants galore. You have it there on the bow as well. You have it on the underside there. It's even got appearances on the warp nacelles. It's just, look at that. Great. Awesome models, even on the back. More Starfleet pendants galore. I mean, this is a really, really, really neat and awesome model. One of my favorites, actually. I think one more ship, and then we'll have all of the starships, at least all of the quote-unquote new starships seen from First Contact. And this will include the Saber class, the Akira class that we got early on in the collection. The what else is there? Of course, the Defiant we got, and then there's the Norway class, which is coming up, and you know, and quite a few other ships. So this is really cool to have this. I've always liked it. Wasn't my favorite, but I've always liked it, and I never thought that I would ever have a model of it. I mean, even the deflector dish looks good. I wish they had done this with the Steamrunner class. I mean, as far as actually putting some paint for a deflector dish in there. So that's awesome. I mean, look at that. It really, despite its weird design, it's totally Federation, totally Starfleet. Even got the blue inside the warp nacelles there. It's like a compact ship, you know, highly maneuverable, rather fast. It's really cool. I'm really happy with this. I mean, if you're obviously just collecting the Federation starships, then definitely pick this one up. It's worth it. This is one of those ships that we've never, ever received or gotten a model of until the Eaglemoss collection. So definitely go out and grab this. Of course, if you're a subscriber to the collection like I am and many others, then you will be getting this. If you're not, then I would highly, you know, look online and try to seek it out, or look in your magazine shops or comic book stores and try to get your hands on this bad boy. I mean, it just looks great. I mean, look at that. This definitely ranks up the top, maybe 8 or 9. Look at that. Pew, pew, pew. So yeah, there's the USS Jaeger. And as usual, it comes with a stand. And it simply just says Saber class. It does not say USS Jaeger, it just says Saber class. And so yeah, my friends, that is the Saber class seen on Star Trek First Contact and other shows. So, next month I look forward to sharing with you, or this month really, sharing with you the Romulan Bird of Prey. So that ought to be cool, a fan favorite of the original series. So I look forward to sharing that with you. And then, until then, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, be safe, For those of you who are traveling internationally, be safe and be mindful of what's going on and current events in the world around us. And yeah, so Happy New Year if I don't come before you until then. And live long and prosper.